Hello everyone, I am the Big Tooth, and today we are going to be learning how to make a TTV bomb, or a tank transfer valve bomb. And essentially it uses one of these to combine two tanks of gases that are reactive. Um, First thing we're going to do is we're going to move this out of the way. Appears there's a threat on board of the station as well. And we're going to go ahead and grab a plasma tank. And you're going to take this plasma tank and you're going to just put it there, right? Next thing you're going to need is you're going to need a wrench. And usually there's a toolbox in this room. No wrench in there. Oh, there it is. And we're going to wrench that, and wrench that. So that's an oxygen tank, and a plasma tank. Just a regular tank, right? So we're going to drop that wrench just for right now. We're going to turn that on, turn that on, and turn that on. Now the next thing we're going to need is an atmosphere, right? It's called an atmosphere analyzer. And we're going to grab the upgrade. This is always nice to have, and we're going to throw it inside here. We're going to pick it back up. Measuring this now, you can see I have 66 oxygen and 33 plasma because it's a 2-to-1 ratio. And I'm going to put that in my bag. I'm going to put that in my bag. I'm going to go ahead and close that. And now I'm going to unwrench that, and I'm just going to move it. We're going to take it, and we're going to put it right here on the blue, right? And we're going to wrench it down. We're going to go over here, and we're going to turn the chamber 1 inlet down to 200, right? And we're going to verify I have a wrench down because I can't recall now. Okay, wrench down, and we're going to turn that on. And we're going to give it a second, and we're going to let it accumulate air. Not air, but the plasma oxygen mix in the chamber. And we're also going to grab another tank down here, just a regular oxygen tank. And we're going to go ahead and bring it up top to the cooler. So this is a cooler area. It's just taking the oxygen outside of space and cooling it down because it's freezing outside. Right. So now that we've given this time to do its thing, we're going to hit the igniter. I didn't mean to open that. Hit the igniter. Oh, something's not right there. One inlet. Forgot to turn on the plasma canister. So just be sure to turn that plasma canister on whenever you do that. So now that we got that happening, we're going to take another tank of plasma and we're going to bring it up here. And we're just going to set it there. And we're going to blow it down. Turn this on. And turn this on. And we're going to get our atmosphere analyzer back. And we're just going to keep track of this temperature. And you can see it slowly rises. Ideally, you see how this right here is burning white. That's ideally what you want. And we're going to see if we can spread that out. So as this tank down here is heating up, we're at 417. We want to get the tank to about 1450. That is what I would say is a good range to be at, about 1450. You can go higher, but 1450 is a pretty good range in my opinion. Now we're also going to be cooling this down here. Did I wrench this down? Let's verify. I did. I'm going to re-wrench it. And we're going to turn this on. We want to get the air to about, I would say about, I'd say about 200. Close to 200 is good. Maybe 180. The closer to the better. So 196. That's pretty close. I'd say that's a good number to be at. And then, making sure down here we got this thing at 1500. It's at 891. It might take a minute getting that up to temp. I don't have the hottest burn going on over here. But while that's doing its thing, what we can do is go ahead and start emptying out 2 tanks. And the classic is a 1 oxygen tank and 1 plasma. But realistically, you could use either or both of one. And we're going to use this tool right here called a portable air pump. And what this is going to do is this is going to take the air out of these devices, or the gas out of these devices. So we're going to go ahead and turn that on. And you see how it drained the pressure of the tank, and we're going to take that off. I'm going to put that back in there. I'm going to take the next one. I'm going to do the same exact thing with this one. And it's done. And I'm going to put this over here. Now I have 2 devices to store the gases with now. We're at 1,000. We just need about 400 more to go, I would say, and it'd be a pretty good temperature. So what you can do while you're waiting on that is that we know that this is already at temp that we want. It's 196. So we can go ahead and take our oxygen tank, put it on there, and just IMAX it. Go ahead and max it out, fill it up, and then you close it, eject it, throw it back in your inventory, and hold on to that. Or you could just, we're going to be testing it just to show that it works. I got the gas on one side for oxygen. And we're going to go back over here and we're going to check this temperature again. And we're at, 1171. We're not quite where we want to be yet, but that's okay. We still got, time. We're just going to wait it out, let it cook, because we're cooking in here, right? We're cooking gas. And it's a pretty fun thing to do. Now, do be aware, there is some individuals who will check to see if people are making TTV bombs. Occasionally they'll drop in and look around to make sure nothing's been moved around, because TTV bombs are pretty devastating and the effects they can have on the shuttle is pretty bad, right? So just be aware that you're going to be watched. And sometimes there's players who won't care what you're doing and they'll look at you and just look the other way. But sometimes there's players who will look at you and be like, "What are you doing?" And they're going to call step on you, or they're going to take you out themselves. So try to do a lot of this discreetly. Even put canisters back when you're done with them. So like moving this back here, nobody's going to think anything of it now. They're not going to think I'm making anything, because they're going to see that's there and they're going to be like, "Oh, he never touched the empty canister that's there." So we're about to where we want to be. I'm going to take it off about 450-ish, 1450-ish is where I want to be. So we're at 1443, 1449. I'll give it one more. Okay, that's perfect. That's where I want to be. And we're going to go ahead and unwrench this, get this off of there. Because remember, we want to be looking inconspicuous. Inconspicuous is good. We don't want anybody thinking anything funny of us. So we're going to reload this back up on max pressure. And I'm going to close this now. It automatically closes by default, but it's just a habit because you don't want plasma leaking. And we're going to throw this in here. So now we have our oxygen on one side and our plasma on the other side. And we're going to go grab some VR goggles. And we're going to take our other goggles and just throw them in our inventory. And we're going to begin the simulation, right? So go ahead and put our goggles on. And we're watching the simulation. Now this is going to take about 30 seconds or so to go off. I've already queued it before I jumped in, obviously, so just bear with me for a second. Now look at that devastating damage that has done. Right, that is pretty good. For your first TTV bomb, making this will definitely have people worried. Because the thing is, once you have everything set up, it's just a matter of getting more canisters, draining them with that pump over there, and then filling them up, and you could make these bombs pretty quickly. So now I'm going to show you how to actually make the bomb now that we have the gases. The gases are the longest taking part, right? It takes you longer to get the gases because of all the steps we have to go through. So we're gonna go over here. We're gonna drop this on the ground. We're gonna attach one tank, and then we're going to attach the other tank, the oxygen tank, and go over here and we're gonna grab a timer. Now this is what causes it to explode. So putting that on there, so now you have that tank transfer valve, you see the timer, you got the gas on one side, gas on the other side, and you just hit C, right? And right here, you see the timer. You click it and you set a time. And because I'm on the ship right now and I'm not an antagonist, I'm not gonna, deploy this, but you would check not timing and it would begin a countdown. Right? It would begin a countdown to make the explosion. So now I'm going to see if I can make my way over to somewhere to set this off. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to be able to do that at. We'll throw this in here for now, and we'll come back for it. Just to show you the effect of on the ship. We're going to go over to the Space Diner. We'll see if we can get a Space Diner. We'll see if QM will let us use one of their ships. If we have a QM, I'm not seeing a QM. I have some difficulties getting a ship. So right now we're just trying to get a hold of a ship. And this is gonna allow us to activate that TTV bomb because essentially and what he's doing is he's just hacking the door so he could give me that access. And he might not know. Oh, he did it. So you just thank the guy for helping us. And we're going to go ahead and take one of these ships. Turn up on all our sensors and stuff and prepare to go to science. Right? Research. Nope. That's not where we want to go. Let's see. We could just go to medical. Medical is there. So now we're just going to drive over to our research facility lab where they're doing artifacts, and we're going to grab our TTV out of there, and we're just going to go blow something up. Not quite sure what we're going to blow up yet, but we'll figure it out. So now that we're here, we exit our ship, grab our TTV, hop back in the ship, and we begin patrolling. And now that I think of it, there is places we could blow up, but I want to give you a realistic idea. And not many people spend time at Space Diner, but I guess they could be. And we're really low pop right now. Now this could be a danger right here. Nobody's ever at mining shuttle station. So we'll beam there first. I'm gonna just request access before I do this. I'm not sure how far I can go into this facility. Okay, I mean I could get pretty decently far into here. But this is the farthest I could go. So we're just gonna request permission to test this TTV at mining outpost, just to be sure that nobody gets upset. If I don't get a response, I'm gonna do it anyways. And I just got it granted by the captain, so we're gonna. They're silly. They want me to TTV the clown, so we're gonna set this for 20 seconds to give me enough time to run away, because sometimes you might slip, you might run into something. So I'm in the ship, and I'm gonna stay to the farther side of it because this could be very bad. I did make a pretty big explosion. Go ahead and throw my oxygen in case it blows up some stuff. So, do I? I don't have a. I don't have a crowbar with me to show you the full effects of the damage. So let me grab a crowbar. Somebody's calling the ship around. Making it a little difficult, but that's okay. Yeah, he's wanting me to use a pressure crystal to, increase the effect and gets a little bit of money out of it, right? I'm just trying to get him to open the doors. So this gives you an idea, like how the severity. I dropped the bomb here in the hallway, and it destroyed all of this. It's pretty severe. You drop this in medbay, and it's taking everything out in the vicinity. Like it destroyed all of this. This is a pretty huge blast radius. Um, I believe the measurements I quoted was 190 or 180 and 1450. So this gives you an idea like the severity of this explosion, right? It's not something to be trifled with. It took everything out all the way out to here, down there. Dropping this on the station, it's gonna mess some stuff up, right? So it's just something to be cognizant of, and if you're trying to do some damage, that's how you could do it. But other than that, this has been the Big Tooth. Hope you learned something new. Have a good day.